Okay, welcome to justhotelservice.com. Uh, we have our webpage with the same name as justhotelservice.com, everything about cruise ships, hotels, restaurant, and service. So what's new? We didn't make many updates lately because was nothing good to report. Uh, Not that the situation got much better by now, but okay, we have a few more updates. England, for example, is opening up everything, a lot of protests around it, that they are open from these politicians who, of course, like to have the people on a short leash, but it has to be done, and the people are happy. And we have to live with Corona. Everybody should understand that by now. It doesn't help to lock everybody away. In Germany, it's also up and down in every country, some opening, some not. Many of the restaurants are still closed inside because it's not worthwhile all the paperwork that the owners have to do to let people in. So the outer terraces are open, and that is can be done without a lot of paper hassle. But of course, we all have to understand and we all know that this is not enough to survive. And the weather conditions are right now, of course, good. We have summer, okay, we have some catastrophic rains everywhere, but in general, the weather allows us to sit outside, but to survive, this will be not enough. So we will see. The winter will come, the weather will get worse. It will be worse for everybody, especially for hotels and restaurants. So the problem is still not solved. A lot of businesses, as we said, didn't open up at all. And there's a lot of talk now that there are not so many bankruptcies as expected, which is, of course, a lot of bullshit by politicians who just want to be re-elected. Uh, there are a lot of bankruptcies. A lot of places didn't open. A lot of places did not go into bankruptcy. They just never open again, or they close silently, not to get in too much debt, which is understandable, but of course, which doesn't go in the official statistics. Uh, so hospitality is dying slowly and silent, and it won't get better. Staff is either leaving us or never returned because they moved into other industries where they soon figured out that they actually get the same or more money for by far less work, far less unpaid overtime, not working on the weekends on every public holidays, and seeing more of the family and enjoying more private life, which is totally understandable. And this will be a problem in the future. Also, trainees, people who learn the job in hospitality in Germany, the numbers dropped by 25%, and this we will feel in the future. In America, a lot of businesses, catering companies, hospitality businesses start offering higher salaries to attract more people, which doesn't help much because offering a higher salary in hospitality, in restaurants, often means that you just match maybe the money that is paid in other industries. So that is not that sexy either. In Germany, surprisingly, the salaries are still getting lower even than before Corona, with the excuse of Corona, which is tremendously stupid, I must say, because the job is actually getting more demanding, more responsible, less staff, more work to do, and now less salary. What that makes for sense doesn't come to me, but I think the owners will feel it soon. They feel it now already, and it won't do anything good to the industry. But okay. What else is not doing anything good is this cost saving on quality again. Hilton in US now said officially that they will only do housekeeping on demand. Some hoteliers even call that smart. I call it absolutely stupid and disgusting. It will be not good for the rooms. It will be not good for the guest. The rooms will be harder to clean. Maintenance will be totally neglected. You will find the spots from the leaking heater only after a week when you go into the room, where you then probably have to change the carpet at all. Uh, if owners can live with that, that's fine with me. I think there are many good private hotels, not chains, I must say, who actually clean still daily, do invest more for protection of their staff and of their guests, but keep the rooms clean and hygienic. The marketing departments of many hotels make it sound now like uh, that they're very hygienic, very clean, and the extra cleaning and extra this while they suspend housekeeping. Super. Uh, but this marketing department should also think, what impression does it give to the guests? Did they actually do anything before Corona? Did they clean? Was it hygienic or not? You get the impression that they actually sell that they now started cleaning and disinfecting. Good hotels did that before Corona. They didn't have to change much. So there is still a lot to do when it comes to not only selling the hotels, but to let tourism and hospitality survive. It will be more difficult. Tourism will start very, very slow. And where the airlines predicted that they might be back to the 2019 numbers in the year 2024, they're now talking about 25 or 26. Still, the Americans are supposed to come back as tourists, not in the numbers like we've known them before. It will start slow, but at least they should come back. The British are still a problem right now with Brexit, with Corona. So these numbers will stay low. What is also affecting tourism and hospitality a lot is, of course, that the Chinese don't let their people out. The Indians are still not traveling. And Indians and Chinese was a fast growing market in the last years. Some river cruise companies put only ships out for Asian customers. And of course, they're still closed and they will be closed for the whole year. So the cruising industry is still having problems. There's a lot of reports on corona cases on high sea ships, on big cruise ships. Uh, we have to live with this virus for the future to come. It's a virus we won't be able to get it out of the world. But why the media, why so many people have to report only about corona, corona, corona? I cannot see it anymore. Every newspaper I open, I see an injection needle, I see somebody getting injected. Uh, is it now enough or not? So I think let's live with the virus and let's carry on our lives. It will be very difficult for tourism and hospitality to continue. Politicians, of course, like to keep up the fear of the people because fear makes them easier to govern. So that is very simple. But if you see how many idiots we have in politics, you should ask yourself if you want to be governed by these people. So river cruising is also back, but it's a very, very short season. So to make profit is almost impossible. To run every fleet with all the ships is also impossible. Hard to get the staff back on. There is, of course, staff has to be vaccinated. Everybody who's not vaccinated is banned from working, which is totally opposite what the EU or all the governments promise, but it's a fact. So uh, the season will be short. It will probably end in October, November latest. And how the Christmas business will go, we don't know. So it's nice that it started again, but we will have to see the recovery won't come before 23, 24, I'm afraid. But let's see, let's keep up the hope and let's see that we can report more positive, more cheering news in the times to come. So let's stay hopeful and enjoy the life. And as always, stay healthy.